What up? Proud of my hair today. Hey, Makia. What's up? I'm doing good. How are you? Happy Saturday. Hope your week's been well. How's everything going? It's just finished celebrating my daughter's 6th birthday. Happy birthday to you, baby. Nice. Oh, how's it for you? Yeah, things are going pretty well. Just living the dream, you know? Just staying centered and present as much as I can, right? Which cash up? I had a question. Ooh, I feel you. Yeah, living the dream is staying present and centered. Yeah. My cash app is down below in the description box. You should be able to copy and paste it. It's just MikaelaAndromeda. Cash tag MikaelaAndromeda. And it's like this kind of sepia gray picture. I don't know if it's black and white or if it's sepia, because I know there was a. Hang on a second. Let me check.
What is that?
Uh-oh.
It's Molenbeek.
Sorry. Excuse me. Yeah, I guess it's sepia. With a sepia filter on it, where I've got a little thing over my. Hey, Kathy. Good evening to you. I hope all is well with you. How you doing? Happy Saturday. I'm kind of like feeling my hair today, not tooting my own horn, but it feels really, really nice on my head today. I'm not looking for compliments. I'm not fishing, I swear. You had a blast today? What did you do? I had a blast today crocheting a mitten, and that was awesome. Hey, Heat Journey. Hey, Young Ty. What's up, y'all? Happy Saturday. Happy Saturnalia. Okay. Um, I love you all. Have I told you that lately? I always tell y'all that because I do. I really do. And I'm sitting here trying to not marvel at my hair right now because, like, I don't know, I'm having like a really good hair day today. I don't know. It usually doesn't happen. That's why I'm like, ooh, like, yes, girl. How's your week so far? My week has been pretty good. Let's see. This week was full moon week and Mercury direct week. So that I've been talking about this all week. Those two things happening have moved a lot of energy forward. And there's been a lot of purging that's been happening for me and for humanity. But yeah, this has been a really good week as far as like cleansing and staying at a high vibration. It's something I want to talk about. I went to a winery, excuse me, and ate Mexican food. This sounds like fun. I went bowling, a much needed time spent with my family. Good. That sounds like fun. I want to go to a winery and eat some good Mexican food. I love bowling. I haven't been bowling in a long time. Me and my son, we played a bowling game at the arcade. But and there's a bowling alley up here, but I haven't been bowling in a long time. So what I want to talk about uh with you all, whoever's here, and if you're just like, okay, I don't feel like I get it if you don't want to hear it, but it's something I talk about very often. You guys might have heard about switching paradigms, and you know how the world is changing, and new my son, he's doing good, he's doing really good. um uh, uh, I know there's a lot of talk about the age of Aquarius and the new age and stuff like that, okay? And so there's a lot of different shifts that are happening. And so there's also a shift happening from the patriarchy, going into something that is more balanced, not just going right back to the matriarchy, because we've spent time in a matriarchy. We used to go back and forth, like as humans, we used to go back and forth between matriarchies and patriarchies. And so what I've been noticing, like over the past 10 years since I've been awakening, I've noticed in stuff that I've read and in meditation, there's a balancing act that is happening. Okay. But before that balancing act can be secured, before it can become very stable, we need to be understanding the paradigm of the feminine as we are right now, in the vibration that we are right now, coming out of the patriarchy. And so I'm always talking about the triangle, which is, you know, comparable to the wheel of fortune. You know, there are ups and downs in life, that's natural. But the patriarchy, this is the patriarchy, you know, the phallus, if you will. And that's what we've been operating in. That's what humanity has been operating through for a while now, for what, thousands, hundreds of thousands of years or so. And so w- we're used to this. And so what I always explain about the triangle is that, you know, we could talk about the peak, right? The top here. That let's call that heaven. Okay. And then there's an inevitable fall, because we go from the stars or heaven, you know, wherever it is that we come from out there. We go from the stars and then we fall down to earth. Okay. And then we go through a dark night of the soul all the way through. And then when we in that dark night of the soul, we turn and we climb back up towards the peak to heaven. And usually, what we have gotten used to as humans, we've gotten used to that peak being very quick. You see how small it is, right? It's just like, oh, moment of enlightenment, and then we fall again. Okay, and so this is the cycle of life. You know, we reach a peak, and then we go down, and then we go through a dark night, and then we climb back up, and that's how things have been. And usually, you see how the dark night down here is really long. Okay, and so what I've been noticing about the changing times here, the switching of the paradigm, and this is not the only thing that's switching. There's a lot of stuff that's switching. But what I've been noticing, especially over the past, I would have to say, ever since I read this book, it's been over the past maybe 4 years or so that I've noticed this change happening. Okay. So we're going from the phallus to the chalice, right? And notice that the dark night down here is much, much shorter. Much shorter. It's actually called the light of sex. It's a little, controversial. Because when you read, especially when you read the last half, it's like, okay. But it's like, what does this have to do with the rest of the book? But it's really just an explanation of, of somebody's idea, of an idea that somebody came up with. Okay. But with the chalice, we see this small dark night of the soul. The beautiful thing about the matriarchy is that we get to spend more time. You see the peak up here. We get to spend more time in this peak, and then our fall from grace, or our fall into the dark night of the soul, is very swift. It lasts for a short amount of time, or we're going this way. It's very swift, It lasts for a short amount of time, and then we've got this the climb back up to grace, or the climb back up to peace and the light day of the soul. Okay, because we talk about the dark night of the soul, the light day of the soul. Okay, and so and that light day of the soul, of course, again, it lasts much longer. And so I hope whenever I talk about this, I hope that the thing that you take from this is that it's easier to stay in joy nowadays. It's getting easier to stay in joy and to stay in the light nowadays. And the dark night of the soul, it should only be lasting a very short amount of time. You know how some of you may have experienced depression, and how depression can just drag on. Okay, but nowadays we're learning how to reframe. We're learning how to take the negative thoughts and the negative energies that come into our lives and switch them around and switch them up, so that they serve us and so that they serve the light, and so that we continue to vibrate high. Okay, and so the dark nights of the soul should be very, very quick and easy to get through nowadays, so that we can rise again to a longer day. Okay, to a longer moment of light and joy. And if you're a person who just likes to be in darkness, respect. Like, I can't judge that. Everybody has their own preferences. But a lot of us find that staying in the dark is very uncomfortable, especially with what's going on in the world, what has been going on in the world, and what has been going on in the paradigm of the patriarchy, with war and fear based, um, uh, and a lot of us want to get out of that. So, what I hope, another thing I hope you can take away from this, is that when you reach that dark night of the soul, you reframe, and it should start to become very automatic. You reframe, and you put yourself in a higher vibration, even if it's like you're crying and it's like, I love myself and I can do it and I can succeed, and starting to positively affirm to yourself. Okay, when you start to do that, that's when you get back to that space, really that space of normality. Okay, because if you think about it, you can think about a tetrahedron. I'll draw it for you. Okay, let me think about it. Let me get the right pen. Okay, and I see some of you guys have questions. I promise I'm gonna get to it. It's just, this is something that's been on my heart. Okay, when you add the phallus to the chalice, you get a tetrahedron. And you guys have, I'm pretty sure, if you are a human, I'm pretty sure you have seen this before. And you might know where I'm going with this. Okay, so this is, what is that? Oops. There it is. It's the tetrahedron, which is the Star of David, right? And so when we have these two together, we get to this center space, this kind of hexagon, and the 6 stands for equality and harmony, right? And so when we are able to stay in our center, in a center where we can appreciate the light moments and the joy, and live in the joy, and then appreciate the dark moments when they come, that's where we find harmony. That's where we find equality in ourselves and in our experience. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to encourage you all to get through your dark nights really quickly, because they don't last forever. Even though they may want to nag at you and may want to bring you down or make you feel like something is wrong, Okay. I want to share that because I recently, today actually, I went through a dark night of the soul, and like I don't even know like where it came from. It was just like boom, and I just kind of got through it, and I screamed, and then I moved on. All right. And it should be easier to do that. It's very easy to do that when you can reframe your thinking. Okay. Or do something that you enjoy to make yourself feel better. Can I ask what will happen if I saw Jesus too soon? Okay, yes. Okay. Let me just open everything up here. I know I've been chatting, but I have to chat when I'm able to because sometimes it just randomly comes out, and I got to make sure that whoever is around, usually whoever's around needs to hear it, and I got to make sure that it gets out. Okay, let me open up my email. Let me open up my email. Open up my email. Let me open up my email. Open up my email. Let me open up my email. Open up my email. Open up my email. I went on a date with someone new and just talked. That sounds like fun. I wish I could do that. Switching paradigms. Still getting birthday gifts. Good. Let's see. Yes. And let me know heat journey. If you want all three, or I'm sure you usually do one question per card. If that's just one card that you want. What's the lady of the movie you told me about called Secrets? Oh, The Secret. Here, this is her name. She wrote a book too. Okay, Rhonda Byrne. There's her name there, Kathy. Okay. Kathy, you're welcome, Makia. And Makia, whenever you're ready, you could put your questions in. Okay, but I'm gonna do Heat Journey's question. Cool. I'm glad you enjoyed the conversation. Okay, for Heat Journey, can she ask if she saw Jesus? Is this Jesus or like Jesus? Okay, I'm assuming it's Jesus. Let's see. So Heat Journey, Heat Journey, Heat Journey, Heat Journey, Heat Journey, Journey. Okay, what will happen if Heat Journey saw Jesus too soon? What will happen if Heat Journey saw Jesus too soon? For Heat Journey. The Six of Rings, it looks like the two of you will come to some sort of compromise. Two of you will be able to meet each other in the middle and find a way to give to one another physically and also in conversation as well. This looks like a pretty good balance that the two of you have here. You guys have got harmony and equality where you're at right now in the situation that you're in. Okay, whatever would be it romantic or platonic, it looks like the two of you are pretty on the same page. Okay, so if you saw him too soon, then it looks like you guys would be fine. Like it doesn't look like it would be too much or too little. You guys would be able to meet in the middle. Okay. At the Chariot on the bottom of the deck, the underlying energy of what would happen if the two of you saw each other too soon is that you would be able to to move forward with each other, move forward without holding on to the past and without holding on to old ideas. All right, so it feels like the two of you will be pretty good if you see each other sooner rather than later. Okay. I know how it feels. And hey, Martin. Um, let's see. Okay, thanks so much. You're welcome. You enjoyed the conversation. Cool. Yeah, usually say JV. Sorry. Okay, okay, good. So this date was with JV. Is that what it was? Because I remember last night we talked about this, right? We talked about like, so what would happen if, you know, um, I want to see him this week. but I'm scared. Oh, this was another date with somebody else that you just had a conversation, right? Let me know. I want to see him this week, but I'm scared I would get rejected. Don't be scared. If he rejects you, then here's what you do. At least this is my advice. Okay, if you if you want to ask him to see you this weekend, if you're worried about getting rejected, make a plan before you talk to him. Make a plan before you ask him. And so, all right, so I want to go out on next Friday at 8. Okay, and if he says no, then Friday at 8, I'm gonna have a self-care night, and I'm gonna watch a movie or binge a show and do my hair and do my nails and take care of myself and eat some good food, or do a coloring book, or whatever it is that you do to self-care. Or I'm going to go to the arcade, or I'm going to take myself out to dinner, or I'm going to get with my girls. Okay, so that you're not just going in like naked, right? Go in, ask. If he says no, then okay, that's cool, because I have plans anyway. And you don't have to tell him that. And if you want to tell him that, then cool, that's up to you. But you want to date with a new person. Okay, good. But that would be my advice. That's something I would personally do if I were gonna ask somebody, and just always have a plan in the chamber. Okay, Makia, and let me know, do you want all 3 cards for this question, or do you just want 1 card for this question, Makia? Will the conflict between Makia and James cease or increase when she moves out? Excuse me. For Makia. 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 Okay, let's see. All 3. I wonder what will happen within 2 months. Will the conflict between James and Makia cease or increase when she moves out? What will you have her know? Let's see. This is not the cards, okay? Because I'm gonna pull one at a time. All right. Will the conflict between Makia and James cease or increase when she moves out? Let's see. Okay, you got the King of Cups. There's going to be some healing that happens when you move out. Healing between the 2 of you. So it's looking like this is going to decrease. Okay. This is going to help both of you master your emotions in your own sense, in your own worlds. This shouldn't be anything to worry about. It doesn't look like there's gonna be an increase in turmoil. Okay, 2 of Wands on the bottom of the deck. This is one of the cards that came out with that 2 cards that came out. Okay, so the underlying energy is that there are different possibilities. So this depends on how the 2 of you leave each other. If you're leaving in an argument, then it's going to be a little more challenging to heal. But if you guys leave just like, okay, we're just parting ways, then it'll be easier for the 2 of you to heal with one another. Okay. Wonder what will happen within 2 months. What will happen within 2 months with Makia and James? What will happen within 2 months with Makia and James? The 3 of Rings, collaboration. This is looking like the 2 of you will be able to connect with each other on a physical level within the next 2 months. This looks like getting over things pretty quickly. Okay, getting through these cycles pretty quickly. You got the rings here, which are mini cycles. Okay, getting through these cycles pretty quickly in order to connect on something, in order to connect just with each other as people. Okay, and it looks like there's something that is getting done, specifically on the physical level. That this may take a while to grow. Okay, because the 7 of Rings, the 7 of Pentacles, that's the patience card, and that's about planting seeds and allowing them to grow and watering them and tending them. Okay, so the 2 of you will be planting seeds with one another over this next 2 months. and you'll see the growth slowly but surely as the two of you are collaborating. Okay, what healing will take place? What healing will take place? What healing will take place for Makia and James? What healing will take place? What healing will take place? What healing will take place for Makia and James? Let's see. Good. You got the two of rings. Got a couple of ring card that came out here. All right. So this is moment to moment. All right. There may be some moments where you fall short of each other, but it doesn't look like it's you fall short and then it's like I'm never talking to you again. It looks like falling short and like, oh, maybe that was a little awkward. Okay, but then tomorrow we're still able to talk to one another. The kind of healing that is going to take place is balance between the two of you. The two of you are going to figure out how to juggle your energies with one another instead of accusing and being like pointing fingers. It's looking like both of you are going to find a way to be with one another in a satisfying way. Okay, and be with one another. It looks like this is starting off platonically. I don't know the energy between the two of you. I don't know if this is dating, if you're already dating, but it's looking like right now, over the next 2 months. Because I say right now because the energy can always change. Okay, so over the next 2 months, it's looking like the two of you are going to be balancing out with one another. You're learning how to juggle each other's attitudes, and be better friends with each other. All right, you got the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, so this is an offer that's coming in. Okay, an offer of healing, healing on the physical level, and healing within the realm of friendship for the both of you. Okay, that's really beautiful. Yeah, I thought that's pretty awesome too. Okay. So whatever you're going through, don't be discouraged. All right. Especially if it's a romantic situation. There's nothing wrong with being friends, and there's nothing wrong with breaking up and then being friends in order to come back together again. Okay. Let me know how I feel. In each journey you still have a couple cards here. Right. Right. Sorry, I'm just like I love my hair. It's definitely hard when one feels betrayed. Yeah, and you have every right to want to be your own person and want to do your own thing if you feel betrayed, and you have every right to not talk to him. You have every right to take a break and not talk to him, and that's okay. Okay, because you're your own person and you're independent. um. Okay. Yeah. I don't know how it feels. Let me know. So, what's going on with everybody? I'm like obsessed with my hair today. And I love it. I love how my hair is looking and feeling today. So, what do you all want to talk about? Happy Saturday. This is like Saturday hair. Okay. I'll just stop looking at myself. Okay. What's up, three people? What's going on with you, gods? What's going on with you, gods? What's going on with you, gods? What's going on with you? What's going on with you, gods? Oh, thank you. I promise. I promise I wasn't fishing for compliments. I'm just self-loving. Okay, loving on myself because I deserve it, and everybody deserves to love on themselves. Okay. Um. Hope your night treats you well. Me too. Self love looks good on you. Thank you. I think self love just looks good. You know, you can always tell when somebody is loving on themselves, right? Taking care of themselves and just loving loving their experience, you know. And I'm doing my best to love my experience, you know. Even though those challenges come, you just gotta, you gotta just look at them and just be like, all right, you know, I'm better than this. I'm way above this. So, just gonna take a moment of meditation. How would JV react if she sent him a cute goodnight message? Journey, 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 journey. How would JV feel or react if she sent him a cute good night message? How would JV feel or react? This is too many cards. How would JV feel or react if Heat Journey sent him a cute good night message? How would JV feel? Hey, Shay. How would JV feel or react if Heat Journey sent him a cute good night message? How would JV feel? Is this one card or is two cards? How would JV feel or react? Let's see. Oh, you got the lovers. Okay, and my thing was just kind of upside down because usually, yeah, my cards are going all the same way. You got the lovers. And with the hanged man on the bottom of the deck, it's looking like the underlying energy is that he would give pause and he would be wondering what he needs to do next. It's almost like he would be like, oh, I don't know what to do next. I don't know what the next step is. Okay, I don't know what to say. It would definitely be well received. Okay, but don't be surprised if he didn't answer because he wouldn't know exactly what to say or how to respond. Okay, but it looks like his response possibly it looks like his response would be something that would take the two of you over the edge, something that would take the two of you to a new state of connection. Okay, then this looks more like something like very even, like, okay, well, yeah, thanks. like I appreciate that. Okay, it looks like a very simple answer, but just don't be surprised if he if I don't say anything. Oh, okay, I get where you're coming from. So tired, it's barely 9 p.m. I would ask to see him today, but I would probably fall asleep on the way there. Yeah. Um, yeah. And never be scared. Never be scared of rejection. There's nothing wrong with that. And sometimes people just don't know what to say. And that's okay. That is okay. Just holding space. Will Jesus miss he journey enough to actually take action towards her? Will Jesus miss he journey enough to actually take action towards her? Will Jesus miss her enough? You got the transformation card, okay, the death card. It looks like it, okay, because he's going from how he used to be into this new man that he's been becoming. Okay, there's some growth there. There's like this slow steady growth that's been going on with him according to his energy. Okay, but he will miss you enough to take action towards you. Got the Six of Rings on the bottom of the deck, so that's the compromise card that's meeting you in the middle, right? Is that the first card that came out for you? Because I think you were the first person that I pulled a card for. I pulled cards for, right? But yeah, it looks like he will. It looks like that that's something that he'll do. He'll take action towards you because he wants to. Don't expect this to happen like very quickly or anytime soon. But he there will come a point where he's wanting to talk, and then he'll open up and talk to you, right? And he'll take an emotional risk on himself and on you. um it was, I believe, the card that came out, that he would still compromise if I saw him soon. Yes. Okay. And again, he will miss you enough to want to meet you in the middle again. So you kind of just came full circle with your whole reading, right? um yeah, let me know how it feels. I think I might go because, like, I don't know. I'll just hold space here for a minute, but I do have to go to the bathroom. Hang on. Sup? Cool. Excuse me. hey, Ron. I'm sorry. I'm so sitting there like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I hope you're not gone. Hi. I'm just in here in the zone. But hi. I know I'm like super late. You're probably like, I'm gone. I'm sorry. Oh boy. Hey, Samuel. What's up? Happy Saturday. How you doing? I'm just making a mitten. Do you want to see my mitten? I made one earlier. Oh, it's here. I made a mitten. Finally making mittens for myself because I don't usually. I've made mittens for my nieces, for my nibblings, and for my son. But I've never made them for myself, and so I finally had enough yarn to do it, and I'm doing it. Right? Hi. Okay. I'm doing good. Happy Saturday to me. Thank you. On cloud nine, because you spoke to a certain bee this morning. How did that go? Dish. I want to hear everything. Spill the tea. Spill. No, really, I do want to hear everything. Let me know. Um, had to be somewhat discreet. Yeah, no problem. Don't give me the gory details. I don't want you to catch a charge. No, I'm kidding. But the feelings, they just keep growing, man. That's how it is. She really is like nobody else. Yeah. That's how it is when you have somebody that you care about. The feelings just keep growing and growing and growing. And they don't go away. Yeah. Good. I'm glad the two of you were able to chat. And hopefully you're getting through your blockages. And yeah, hopefully you're noticing and observing what has been holding you back from your past lives, right? You know, because that's a very important part of the twin flame journey, is getting through the blockages that the two of you have experienced in your past lives. I have to work on not losing my shit when she's not around. And bless you. Yeah, it gets hard when the twin is far away. Just got 56:56 on the clock, so that's 11:11. It's hard when the twin is away, energetically, physically, you know. But they're not really away. They're always there, energetically, you know. Um, they're always there spiritually because they are you and you are them. And you can't really split yourself apart. So I can usually manage a week, but then the wheels start falling off rapidly. Yeah, man, I get where you're coming from. You know, that it's like a week. What you said is very valid because that's how it's always happened with me and my twin. Like whenever I push him away, I'd push him away, and then he'd be gone, and he'd be gone for a week. You know, I push him away, energetically and emotionally, spiritually, and but then like a week later, you know, as I'm like, okay, he's gone, and I don't have to worry about him anymore. Then a week later, he's like back, and then it's just like, oh gosh, you know. But that's why we don't push our twins away. That's why we have to just embrace them and love them, even when we're not talking to them, you know, and when they're going through their own stuff. Oh, man. But good. I'm glad that you too. How long have you known him for? 7 years. We've been energetically connected, and energetically and telepathically connected. And there's a lot that has been that I've been learning, about him. And you know, there's a lot of there's a lot of karma that needs to be cleared. And I feel like it's better to clear that karma in the paradigm of separation than to than to come together, and then you guys are together and everything's good, and then suddenly those blockages come up where that karma comes up and it's just like, oh, I hate you. We went through all of that energetically. And yeah, and now I'm just kind of living in the moment, just being here, and just remembering who I am, and remembering to stay in love. I think I had been connected to her decades before we actually met. Yeah, same here. Because like when I was younger, I had this deep connection to him. Like I didn't realize it was a connection to him, but yeah, I had there were like these synchronicities that were happening when I was like 5, 6 years old, and that I realized at this older age. And I was like, oh my gosh, like I I did that when I was younger, and we were kind of on the same wavelength, even though we didn't know each other. There was a poem I wrote in my 20s that didn't make all that much sense at the time I wrote it, but this year I figured I had to show it to her. I read it to her this morning. It was crazy how it resonated. Wow. That's how you know when you can go back and see that stuff that just, like you said it didn't make sense at the time. And then it's like, oh, this is why I wrote that, or this is why I felt that way. Yeah. Yeah. It makes me happy to see twins coming together. Honestly, I love talking about her. I love talking about my twin too. Makes me feel peace. Yes, me too. It's like being home, It's like coming home again. And like whenever I talk about him, it brings him in more, and then I can feel him. So keep talking about your twin, really, especially to people that you can talk to, because not everybody gets it. Not everybody gets that you're two one soul and two bodies. Not everybody gets it. But the people that do get it, they're there to support you. I'm here to support you. I mean, I don't really understand this label. It's not. It doesn't. That label is becoming very outdated. Some of it does seem batshit, right? When you just can't shake them. Even though you try to. Sorry. I love him so much. I just can't shake him. I've tried so many times, and it's just like, I feel like if we weren't supposed to be together, if we weren't supposed to be having this moment with each other, we wouldn't. I wouldn't have even ever encountered him, and he would be gone, but he's just not gone. And I want to, I want to see him. I just wanna be with him. And I'm doing everything that I can, everything I do is for him. What is it that's blocking you here? I don't know. I've been trying to figure that out. The only thing that I keep coming up with is I need to do my work. I need to just do my work and take care of myself. That's that's what any person will tell you. That's what anybody who knows about twin flames will tell you. You have to just send them love all the time, love yourself, and do your work. Do your own individual mission, and the two of you will be together. Thank you. I can tell you what I've come up with. Not sure what it is your experience. Please, anything helps. Any, we our experiences are not always our own, and so like anything helps. Any advice helps. Second slide into obsessive energy. Me too, definitely. And I know I've been trying to find a balance with that. I think I just hate being away from him. I hate not being in contact with him. And I know that he's busy. He's a human. And so he's got his own life and he's got his work and everything, and and I've come to respect that. But it's hard knowing that somebody is there, but like just not being able to connect, physically, not being able to just pick up the phone and talk to them, but I find when I do that, it like drowns out the true love. Exactly. It's not like the love goes away, but the obsessive note produces a louder, discordant sound. Yeah. If that makes any sense. Yes, it does. And so I've been learning to just allow myself to randomly think about him, and to enjoy the moments where we're not talking, you know. I've I was doing that today, and then a lot of negative thoughts were coming in, and whenever I get those negative thoughts, I go to him for comfort. I call on him for comfort, and sometimes he's just busy, and sometimes he's just not there. Our telepathic connection has become so strong that I know when he's like tapped in and tuned in, and then I know when he's not, because I know what I am happier feeling. Yes, and that's this overwhelming happiness that she even exists. Exactly. And I can't do the whole. I've already tried doing the whole dating thing and like trying to be with somebody else, just for comfort, but I can't even do that anymore because it just doesn't feel right. It just doesn't feel right at all. I'm not even going to attempt that. Exactly. It's like there's no point in even trying with anyone else. It's like the heart knows. The heart always knows. And nothing can break that. Yeah. I don't mind having friends. Yeah. That's what I've been wanting. I've been wanting to have friends, but it seemed like whenever I tried to make friends, like especially over past year when I tried to make friends with a guy, they're just like, I want to be more than friends, to the point where a couple guys like tried to cast a spell on me. And it's like, what is the point of that? And all I wanted was to have friends. And these people just blew it out of proportion. It doesn't make any sense. I wish that there was an explanation. But any other girl has an impossible mountain to climb, exactly, or we're just vastly different, or there are just deal breakers that are just like, I can't get down with that. You deserve better than that. Yeah, I feel like I do. I deserve to be able to just have friends. I feel like everybody deserves to just be able to have friends, So, yeah. But I think I'm gonna go. I think it's easier for us guys. You talk about to have friends. Yeah. It's it can be hard for girls because guys just get so obsessed. Not all guys, but some guys just get up so obsessed and so like caveman about it, and it's just like, why do you think you are entitled to me? Like, why do you think you are the one person who's entitled to me when I don't like you like that? I said I just wanted to have friends. I've always been able to have close platonic female friends. I used to be able to have platonic male friends. I don't know what happened. I really don't know what happened. It's okay, I know what you mean, yeah. But I don't know. Well, I know the answer to that. To what? Like the fact that I used to be able to have male friends. Because I grew up and turned into a woman. I guess it was when I was a teenager, and even a little like when I was a young adult. I used to be able to have male friends, when I was in my 20s. Because men and women are often intensely attracted to the other's shadow. Wow, and a lot of women do resonate with the obsessive male energy, and it's the same the other way around too. Yeah, and so that makes sense because obsessive male energy, and how we were talking about obsessive energy with our twins. Those males must be picking up on that. That must be what happened. That has to be what happened with me. That they felt my love for my twin and they mistook it for love for them when it never was. And I should have just stayed away. I should have just stayed away. It's the same the other way around too. Remember, the shadow is where a lot of our power lies. Yeah. You know. And I'm trying to figure out if I have a shadow anymore, because like what I've been going through this past year, like my shadow has significantly waned because I've been doing a lot of shadow work. I know that it used to be there. It used to be pretty prominent, and it used to be my ego, that was just kind of negative and expressing in such a low vibrational way. But at this point, I'm like, do I even have a shadow? I don't know. Anyway, sorry. I'm just thinking, like, do I actually have a shadow? And I don't. I mean, I don't think I do. Not anymore. Let's see. Uh, Shadows where a lot of our power lies, and a shadow that is not integrated produces that. Yes, it produces that obsessive energy. I have to agree with that. And so that I think that's one of the reasons why I'm like I don't think I have a shadow anymore, because I don't I don't deal with that anymore. I don't deal with people being like so like I want to possess you anymore, you know. Whenever I go out into the world, it's like very very even. You know, my interactions with males, you know, I used to get a lot of men who hit on me, and nowadays I don't anymore, which I'm so good with. I'm so fine with that, cuz I don't want anybody else. Um uh but if you do the shadow work, you can keep the magnetism but drop the negativity. Now the magnetism, I feel like I still have. I feel like I'm still able to talk and connect and, you know, have a conversation with people. But what was that? But anyway, the negativity, the like the obsessiveness, um, you know, on the physical plane, it's disappeared. I've encountered like a lot of very friendly people and friendly energies, you know, especially male energies, you know, so it's not so obsessive. Have you loved and accepted your shadow? I am still in the process of that. I'm still working on that. And yeah, the key to shadow work is the self acceptance, not suppressing it. Yeah. And so I've definitely accepted my dark side, because I know who she is. You know, I know who my dark side is, and whenever she comes around, it's just like, okay, well, that's that's uh that's just what you that's just the darkness, okay? And I get it, and I get that it's there. And like me, I'm a Pisces Aries cusp. And so that Aries in me is always like, okay, well, what's next? Like, you know, so whenever these shadows come around, it's okay, heal it, and then we move forward. Like, okay, well, there's that negative thought. All right, I had that negative thought, and that I understand that that's just a part of the balance, you know. And yeah, I don't try to suppress it. I mean, I'm just a naturally nice person, and like, to be my shadow is just like eh. Like I when it comes out, it comes out, because, you know, I still stand up for myself, and, you know, I'm still able to express myself in the way that I want to, you know, especially if I get angry or upset or of a low vibration, you know, when my shadow needs to come out, my shadow needs to come out, and it does. But I'm usually just a very kind person, and I haven't been encountering too many situations where my shadow needs to come out, you know. um the key to shadow work is the self-acceptance. You know, in the Bible, the term blessed are the meek. Yeah. And I feel like that kind of person, you know, the meek shall inherit the earth, right? I feel like I'm a humble and meek person, you know, not completely meek, like, you know, I feel like I have a pretty good balance of boldness and meekness, you know. Um Yeah. Original meaning in the Greek or Aramaic is closer to say. Wait, what do you mean? Mary. Blessed are those who keep their swords sheath. Oh, so the point is that you still have a sword, right? But you keep it sheathed. That makes sense. You just know how. Yes, you just know how to keep it. You just know to keep it sheathed. Yep, that's what I've been learning here. It's like, okay, well, the negativity, I guess, is there, but like you see how I get like it's there, but I just don't need to use it. I use it when I need to use it. Like, I'm not gonna let somebody just walk all over me, you know. Um, but when it needs to come out, it comes out. Lots of people think being meek is 100% to be 100% passive. It's not. That's not the same thing. No, I think it's wise to look at the shadow like your sword. Exactly. Yeah, just not letting people walk all over you. Yeah. Um. Right. Yeah. And when those claws need to come out, they come out. And that I think that is part of shadow work is learning how to keep it sheathed because our shadow is our ego, right? And so we're learning how to keep that part of ourselves in check, you know, instead of giving into it. Sometimes knowing you have power is all you need. That right there is probably the most valid thing I have heard in a very long time. Knowing you have power is all you need. You don't need to push that power onto anybody else. I mean, when you need to, sure, but like just like to one up or to have the upper hand, that's so not necessary. It's like I would rather walk around knowing that I have a crown of jewels in my pocket than waving it around, like showing everybody, like, look at these jewels that I have, giving your power away. That is so unhealthy to give your power away. And when you push your power onto somebody, when you push your energy onto somebody, that's you giving your power away. Like when you try, like in abusive situations, when a man is abusing a woman and he's like pushing all his power on her, he's giving her power, he's giving his power away. He could be using that for something else, you know but he's giving his power away to her because he thinks that he's tougher than her. He thinks that he's more powerful than her, but he's not proving anything. He's just proving that he's a bully, and that's it. And that he doesn't have power. That he doesn't have his power in control, you know um though I'm not gonna lie, if anyone were to hurt me, there's gonna be a lot of shadow coming out. Exactly. That's how I feel as well. If somebody hurt my twin, or if somebody were trying to attack my twin, man, I would definitely jump to defend them as soon as possible, immediately. I don't even care. I'll take responsibility in everything, but they will regret that they did it. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, Samuel, I'm about to go. This has been a really awesome talk. But I'm about to go and just contemplate. A PayPal for 3 cards. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I see you. Yeah. Hi, Rachel. I don't think I've seen you here before. Take very good care. you too, Samuel. I guess I have a reading to do. um, yeah, just let me know your questions, Rachel. And sorry, I didn't see you in here. You didn't say anything. Me and Samuel were just talking. But yeah, I'm glad it worked. You're in Virginia. I snuck in. Okay. Um, yeah, let me know your questions and I'll pull your cards for you and then I'm gonna go. Very good and kind person. Thank you, Samuel. I do my best. Definitely do my best. But if the sword needs to come out, right, then it needs to come out. Question is, just what do my guides want to know? We got to do something with all that Aries energy. Yeah, definitely. What do your guides want you to know for Rachel? Rachel, what do Rachel's guides want her to know? Here, let's keep on shuffling. What do Rachel's guides want her to know? Rachel, Lilith. What do her guides want her to know? Guides, spirit guides for Rachel Lilith. What do you want Rachel to know? What do you want Rachel to know? What do you want Rachel to know for Rachel Lilith? Rachel Lilith. For Rachel Lilith. Rachel Lilith. Here we go. There's one. The Page of Cups. They want you to know that it's important to take an emotional risk on yourself. Okay. It looks like there are these moments where you feel like you don't have what it takes to go and get what you want, and it's it seems like you're reaching, and you're seeing everybody reach their goals, and you really want to, but there's this hesitation that's happening. Okay, in order for you to reach those goals, you have to take a risk. Okay, you have to take an emotional risk. And this looks like this has something to do with possibly with your work that you're doing right now, your working career. Okay, because we also got the King of Swords that's coming out. Your guides want you to know that you have what it takes to speak up, and it may not seem like it, but you've already mastered the realm of communication, and it may not seem like you are very poised, or you know exactly what to say, but you have the stuff. You have the stuff to get your point across, and you have the stuff to speak your mind, and to get what you want from speaking your mind. Okay. Also, you got the Tower card that came out. Anything that needs to break down in your world, just allow it to break down, because it doesn't mean that it's the end. It doesn't mean that it's the end of the world. It doesn't mean that it's the end of you. It means that there's something that needs to be built up from your foundations. Okay, so whatever it is that's leaving your life, because it kind of feels like there's something that's like moving out of your life that you're possibly like trying to hold on to, and it's just like, I mean, this is just what I'm used to, but it's slowly but surely breaking down. They want you to know that it's okay to let that stuff go. Because again, it's not the end. You're getting ready for something new. You're getting ready to reach new heights, really. Um, I got the 3 of Wands on the bottom of the deck, the experiencing card. The underlying energy of what your guides want to tell you is to just enjoy the experience that you're having, and keep working hard at what it is that is being presented to you, because you're going to find a lot of you're going to find a lot of what's the word? You're going to find it enjoyment in what you're doing. There will be a lot that is reaped from the experience that you're having, a lot to be gained from the experience that you're having. Okay. And this experience brings stuff in. That's the 3 of Wands is ships coming in. Okay. So that experience is going to bring something closer to you. Okay. Oh, yeah. And Naima, I'm here. And thank you, Samuel. But I'm here until there's no readings. So if you still have a question, that's cool. My information is down below in the description box. And I go through PayPal and Cash App, and you just let me know if you went through PayPal or Cash App, and I'll pull your cards for you. Um, I mean, I probably do need to go to bed, but I'm here. And I'll probably be here tomorrow night, Naima, if you're still here. Let's see, that definitely resonates. I'm a risk avoider. Yeah. I can stick around, and she's over for one more. Yeah. Oh, she's about to bounce. Sigh. Yep, a person. 22 years, no contact since mid-June. Ooh, I like reading. That sounds positive. Yay, good. Oh, so I've been holding on to a person for 22 years with no contact. Is that what you're saying? Okay. But all of this is going to be worth it. Taking your risks, speaking your mind, and letting go of what you don't need to rebuild upon the new. It'll definitely be worth it. Okay. And you'll reap the benefits. Okay. Last call. Naima, you still here? If you're still here, just let me know and I'll pull your cards for you. But yeah, let me know. But other than that, and you guys, both Naima and Rachel, if you're both still here, I do on-call readings every day from 12 to 4 p.m. Central Time in the U.S. So, and that information is also down below in the description box. Okay, and feel free to email me during the day, and between 12 and 4, I will do your reading. I'll send you a personal video. With a person for 22 years, no contact for 3.5 months. Okay. Wow. So, sometimes time to move on, and that's okay. Okay, I'll check it out. Awesome. All right. Well, I'm out. Unless Naima just type something really fast if you're still here and you want a reading. But yeah. Let me know if somebody just walked into the room. Best of luck to you, Rachel. Definitely. Bye. Take care. Thanks. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, y'all. I'm out. Stay in your timeless bubble of creation. Keep creating for the highest good of all of humanity. If it's working for humanity, it'll work for you. I love you all so very much. You're welcome. Thank you for the chat, Samuel. That was a really good one. It was very necessary. I think a lot was gained from that chat. Let's see. I love you all so very much. I'll be back tomorrow night. And yeah, and hopefully I'll talk to you all soon. Okay, bye.